All right, so there's been a bit of news in the game developer world, and that is involving Unity, which I do not work directly with, but I think it's important and I want to talk about it today. So I may not work with Unity, but I did take a year to actually learn kind of the fundamentals of Unity and get my hands wet with it just to figure out what it was all about. I ended up going back to Swift just because that's where I was more comfortable. But I got an appreciation for what Unity is and why game developers like it so much. So I understand why the news of Unity merging with a company that at best specializing in the predatory monetization policies and tactics that we see so rampant in these app stores these days. And at worst, this company is apparently known for creating an app to install malware onto devices. And Unity has decided to merge them. Now, I'm sure they've done their due diligence, and I'm sure that there's reasons for this merger that will benefit Unity as a business. But benefiting Unity as a business is one thing, but then you have to talk about, does it benefit the game developers, the people that use Unity as a platform? Again, I don't use Unity, so I can't speak firsthand here, but when companies do shady things and when they say things like, you're a idiot for not making a game with a predatory monetization policy, that leads me to not want to use that platform. And if less developers choose Unity, then that's going to mean that that platform will start to fall down further and further and further to the point where it may not be sustainable for that company as a business. Again, I don't know if that's going to happen. It probably won't. I think most of the time these news cycles are short-lived and this will blow over in a matter of days or weeks. I just want to talk about monetization and my kind of stance around it, because as you know, I don't currently monetize my games, but one of the reasons why I brought Shapes and Numbers to Xcode was to attempt to build monetization into it. Here's the thing though, there are ways to monetize a game that is respectful to your player base, and there are ways to monetize a game that is predatory or abusive to your player base. Diablo ring a bell to anyone out there? Yeah, that game's policies are pretty terrible from what I understand. Anyway, if and when I bring monetization to any of the games that I create, my plan would be for very minimal monetization policies and things that do not interfere with the core gameplay of the game. Because I strongly believe that if you are putting a product out there, the core gameplay should not be an ATM for the business. Yes, you can monetize different aspects of your game, expansions that add more features, new levels or new stages, stuff like that, right? Those things I think are fine. They're one-time purchases. You get something and you get to keep it. But the problem is when it comes down to things like what Blizzard has done with Diablo Immortal, basically making it so that if you ever dream of reaching your level cap in the game and maxing out your character, you physically cannot do it unless you spend, from what I've seen on the internet, upwards of hundreds of thousands of dollars of real money. Now, I understand businesses need to make money, and one of the reasons why Diablo Immortal is a highly polished game is because Blizzard spent a lot of money to make it that way, and they need to see a return on investment. And the way that they're going to do that is by predatory monetization to the whales of their app, right? Everyone else gets to play for free and everyone else gets to play a pretty good amount of the game for free. But there's going to be that small amount of people that wishes that they could do more, and they just physically can't, or they spend more money than they should because of the monetization policies that this game has in it. So where do I stand on this Unity merger? Listen, the news media has a very short memory, and I think Unity is a strong company and they will pull through this little challenge. I'm going to give them the benefit of the doubt that they're going to get this under control and their PR team is going to put an end to it, and it will all blow over. So if you are in the middle of a Unity project, don't overreact just yet, and don't just throw your code in the trash can and open up Unreal or something else, right? However, if you are entering the game dev space at this exact moment, you have choices available to you. Maybe don't choose Unity, because on the off chance that this trend continues and they keep getting more and more sketchy and more unfavorable to the developer, you may decide that your choice to not go with them was actually the right one. I hope you liked this video. I know it was a bit different than my normal type of content. If you did, click the like button. If you're new here, please subscribe. I'll be back next week with some content on shapes and numbers, so I'll see you there. Bye for now.